Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Robert Ralph, freelance writer and content creator. Today I wanted to talk about platforms. I am on a number of platforms and I just wanted to take you through the platforms that I am on, the reasons that I'm on them, and what sort of content I cover on these platforms. Why? I just thought it would be interesting to see the type of work that I put in to my content creation, and also if I list the platforms that I'm on, it may be of interest to you. I might get a few questions and then I can make some more specific content based on the various platforms. So without further ado, this will be a little bit of a short video, but without further ado, let's cover the platforms and the reasons that I'm on those platforms. So the first platform that I wanted to talk about, of course, is Medium, because Medium is what this channel really is all about. You'll notice this will come round full circle, and the ultimate aim of all of these platforms essentially is a side hustle and bringing some extra money in. I'm always thinking about retirement and how I can retire early, how I can pay off my mortgage early and things like that. So all these little side hustles help. A little extra holiday here, a nice little gift for my wife here or my children or whatever it may be. So over the past year, the money I've made from various platforms has paid for holidays, deposits on cars, little treats for myself, little trips away for me and my wife, or things for the girls. That's kind of why I do it. I must confess, I kind of like some of the exposure I'm getting as well. It's always nice to try and be popular. Whilst I wouldn't consider myself an influencer, I've definitely got a hard group of followers who I love dearly, and I'd love to expand on those followers because it's a feel-good factor. So Medium is my first one. Obviously that is all based on writing, and I make a nice little side hustle from my writing over the year. It's a great place to start, Medium, if you're thinking about writing, because of course it's a platform that is well exposed on the internet. There's readers just waiting to read your content, and you can write about practically anything as well. So it's a great community and can earn you a really, really good side hustle, providing you get the right exposure and you write about the right sort of content that the readers want to read about. That hand in hand goes along with another platform that I've recently joined, which is Substack. Essentially, Substack is a newsletter platform. I have concentrated on Substack specifically about hints and tips on writing. I do an article on Medium every month talking about the income that I've received during the previous month. I delve into it a little bit more on Substack because on Substack I tend to talk about some of my top performing articles of that particular month, and I go into the reasons why I think it was so popular. Hand in hand, I just go into a little bit more depth, and I'm also covering off some things that are controversial as well. My latest newsletter was all about AI writing, it's not something I particularly like. I think it's probably inevitable, so I just basically went to chat GPT and asked the AI a number of questions, and they come back with a load of answers, and I thought it'd be fun to kind of share that information. One of the things that I asked is, what is the secret algorithm on Medium? And it was a very interesting answer that they come back with. So I'll link my Substack details below, and if you want to go in and have a little look at that, why not? It's a little bit of fun. But yes, that again is concentrating on writing. The next one is just looking at my list. My next one would be my website. I've recently done a video on website. Is it something that you should push for if you're a content creator or writer? That video I'll link also, so you can have a look at that if you're interested. But essentially, the best way to use the website is to write on your website and then link it to the relevant platform, such as Quora or Medium or wherever it may be, because that way you get all the traffic, all the SEO links from Medium as an example to your website also. So it's a very, very good way of raising the profile of your website. Following on from that, I've got a Facebook group, and that's where we share lots and lots of content with each other, tricks and tips. We have little surveys, and basically writers post their stories and we just have a little read and possibly give a clap or a like, give a comment, and what we're doing is we're supporting each other, which of course helps with income. Following off the end of that, I very often, anything I post on the Facebook profile, I simply link it to Twitter. What I try and do though is I don't necessarily list my stories. Of course I do, but if I come across a story on one of my publications, I think that's a really good story, I tend to share that on Twitter. So it's not just exposing myself, but it's also exposing some other great writers as well. So it's a little bit of a boost, let's say. So that's what I use my Twitter account for. And following on from that, the other one I've got listed, sorry I keep looking down, I need to look at my notes. The other one that I've got based on writing really is my coffee page. Coffee is something that I will give credit to for Benny Lynn, who is the publication over of Mind, Body and Soul, and he is also the owner of Writer's Block, as I had a block on my mind and I couldn't think of it. So big fan of Writer's Block in particular. Benny is an awesome publication owner and definitely somebody who inspired me to start my publications. He was just such a cool guy, answering lots of questions. I'm not going to give the sole credit to Benny, but you know, he was very influential in me starting my own publication, which is great. He had a coffee page and we had a little chat about coffee and kind of what that can do. What I do on my coffee page is I tend to give you a little bit of insight into the world behind the camera. So I talk about my family, I put personal pictures up on there. And if I'm releasing something new, I generally will give it to my coffee subscribers first as exclusivity. So yeah, I mean, the content is free on coffee. You can, if you want to, send me a little tip, and you can, if you want to, be part of the subscription process, which is either $2 or $3 a month. It's not a great amount of money, but it all helps, and I appreciate every one of my coffee subscribers who do pay a monthly subscription for the type of content that I put on there, so thank you very much. So they're some of the platforms that I use. Let's move on to some of the others. So that was all about writing. This now is all about content creating. Obviously the biggest one, or the one I spend the most of the time on, is YouTube. So I've got 2 YouTube channels at the moment. This is the one that you're watching right now, which is Robert Ralph. I've also got Unwind Your Mind that I haven't posted to for a little while, but that is all about relaxing music, chill out, relaxing music, just something to sit back in the evening or possibly during the day as you're writing and just listen to some nice, peaceful, relaxing music just to unwind your mind, as the title already tells you. Now, I am thinking of starting 2 other YouTube channels that I reference on an earlier video. One would be about Trading 212. I've recently, over the last couple of days, started an account and thought I might take YouTube subscribers, which I've got none at the moment because I haven't created the channel, but in essence take you through my story of you know, how it is today and how it is going to be in 2 or 3 years time, let's say, and you can follow me on my journey. And the other thing I'm thinking of starting, again, another YouTube channel. Should I tell you now or should I save it for another video? I might save it for another video, but I'm thinking of creating another 2 YouTube channels that for me is quite exciting. So yeah, that's content creating, YouTube. The other content creating platform that I'm on is Fiverr. So I do intros and outros for platforms such as YouTube as an example. I do logo design as well, and I'm still working through some of my editing because I like to do a little bit more editing and possibly sell that service on Fiverr as well. And the last platform in terms of content creating, I guess, would be, and I'm not a massive fan of this platform, but TikTok. I'm probably of the older generation because it tends to be a lot of youngsters on TikTok. I sound so old saying youngsters. But I'm not a massive fan. I don't think it's regulated as good as it can be. There's some awful content on there, things I don't really want to watch. But I've got to make sure that I'm kind of keeping on trend. So TikTok is a popular platform. And what I tend to do is I just tend to post videos of my content creations, specifically my work off Fiverr, so that people can get an example of the type of stuff that I do. So again, these are all revenue streams. We're not talking thousands and thousands of pounds or dollars. We're just talking little revenue streams that will build over the coming years and hopefully make me a very, very good return on my investment. And of course, to finish off, the 10th platform that I'm on is Trading 212. I've literally just mentioned it a few moments ago. So it's a brand new platform that I've just come on. It's not something you can actually search for me on, unfortunately. It is a personal thing. But as I said, I intend to create a YouTube channel talking about Trading 212, looking at the money that I'm putting into it, looking at the types of stocks and shares that I'm buying, and celebrating the wins and crying in my tissues about all the money I've lost on my losses, because I'm sure there'll be both along the way. A bumpy road, probably a little bit of a curveball I'm going to throw at myself. When I started my YouTube channel, one of the things I mentioned on my very first video is making sure that you write about something you know about, a topic you know about. And I remember going, maybe my fourth or fifth video, I referenced cryptocurrency. And I said, if I ever write an article on cryptocurrency, please ignore it, because I haven't got any idea of that kind of market. And lo and behold, I know I'm not doing cryptocurrency, but I'm now doing some trading in finance. So crazy how the world has changed. And I'm looking to, I've launched that platform as well. So once that YouTube channel is launched, I will make a reference and link it. If you want to come on that journey with me and see how I grow or how I fail, it could be interesting and maybe a little bit of fun as well. So that's it for today. I just wanted to mention the 10 platforms that I'm currently on, which of course I'll link in the description below. It's a bit of fun, it's a bit of content. There'll be stuff on there that you look at and think, wow, this is really great, this is really impressive. I can kind of learn from this. And there'll be others that you're not interested in at all, and that's absolutely fine. It's all about being open and honest, or candor is the word I'm using at the moment. It's my word on trend. And just about going on that journey together. I really do appreciate every single follower and subscriber that I have. You inspire me to do more videos, and I really, really hope you get something from these as well. Now, we have still got some conversations coming up. I'm working with two ladies at the moment to bring you some new and exclusive information on these superb writers, a little bit on delving into their background and why they started on Medium and their successes and their highs and their lows. So I'm hoping that will come over the next 4 to 6 weeks, because I know that's a series that everybody really, really loves. So that the conversations haven't stopped. It's just that it's timing issues, really. When I'm ready to film, others are not, and vice versa. So we will be getting back to those conversations very, very shortly. Okay, I'm babbling on, so I'm going to let you go. Thanks for watching. This is Robert Ralph. freelance writer and content creator.